Got Mark Cartwright, owner of the Catcher's Mitt, on board with us today. Welcome back to the Fisherman's Guide. We got another great episode for you this week, catching speckled trout under the birds. Y'all stick around because it's going to be fast and furious. Oh, Mark, you lost yours.
I lost mine.
You know what? Oh, nope, I thought I lost mine, but I didn't. No, I did. All right, let's do it again.
All right. Well, I'm kind of a trout snob. That's the fish I like to go after the most. They're very plentiful. They school. We were catching little schoolies today under the birds. They just swim around and chase the bait.
Two at a time. There he is. They're fixing to be gone. You're gone. All right, Mark, we in them here, bud.
They're voracious.
Thunder rolling in the background. Look, Ma, no slime on my hands. You know, Mark, one of the things fishing these birds, it's fast and furious action, but it's fast moving fishing too, because these fish are chasing schools of bait that end up busting up or they move as well. So you got to stay on the move to stay on top of these fish.
I know what you mean, Captain. When I got my first bay boat, it had a 24-volt trolling motor, and I couldn't keep up with them.
It's tough.
So I got a 36-volt so I could stay with them with the current, you know?
A lot of times you'll find smaller fish under these birds, but if you keep moving around, sometime throughout the day, you're gonna find the right group and it'll be good fish. I hit one group of birds, if I catch 6 or 8 fish without having a keeper, I'll move on to the next group. But if we're getting a couple keepers, I'll stick around, because sometimes they'll grow up on you.
He's almost a keeper. Whew. Not quite, though.
And folks, look, don't get discouraged whenever you're fishing the birds. Everybody, whenever we're on charters, they always, oh man, why can't I get the hook set? Why am I losing these fish? There's a big school of bait right there, and there's so many trout down there, they're not targeting one bait. They're kind of swatting at everything that goes by, and whatever they come up with, they come up with. So it makes it hard to get a hook set on them. Just stick with it. You're gonna miss a lot of fish, you're gonna lose a lot of fish, but at the end of the day, you're gonna catch a whole lot of fish.
The Fisherman's Guide is brought to you by Silver Slipper Casino, Dad's Super Pawn, Abu Garcia, Berkeley and Penn, Oddball Tackle, Salt Life Optics, Southern Building Supply, Sea Mule Fishing Carts, Catcher's Mitt, Sea to Swamp, Island Marina, Hook Gulf Coast Cuisine, Ocean Marine Group, Parker Poles, Sport Trail Trailers, and Advanced Marine.
Come on down to the Silver Slipper.
Hi, this is John from the Silver Slipper, where the casino action is always lively and fun. Now, you already know that we're passionate about our food, and I'm sure you'll be able to find your favorite table game in the newest slot games available whenever you visit us. So now we're happy to introduce our beautiful new beachside hotel with 129 spacious rooms and suites. So for great fun, food, and awesome views, come on down to the Silver Slipper.
Have a good time at the Silver Slipper.
Everyone knows that fishing is fun, but catching is even better at Island Marina.
Island Marina is home to some of the best inshore fishing anywhere. Island Marina is the first-class, full-service marina and boat yard.
Come on over and you see why everyone knows that fishing is fun, but catching is even better at Island Marina.
Just like money in your pocket, that's Super Pawn. When you trade with us, you always get our best. Super deals are why, whether you sell or buy. We cash checks, we pay bills, we make loans like no one will, and help you keep your pockets filled. Just like money in your pocket, that's Super Pawn.
Building a new home? Build it with brick and roofing from Southern Building Supply. Come see our showroom on County Farm Road in Gulfport. We have a wide range of brick in the most popular styles and colors, and our selection of high-quality shingles can add years to the life of your new roof. Southern Building Supply offers on-site delivery of your new brick and rooftop delivery of your new shingles. We're the only locally owned roofing and brick company. Call us today, 228-539-8380. Southern Building Supply.
All right, here we go, folks. Group number 2. Let's see what we got in these.
You going long?
Going long.
Oh,
Oh, they're a little bit further out there, Mark.
I hear you. I thought I was cocked and ready, but I wasn't.
I forgot to take the safety off. Oh, there he is. I was looking back at you.
All right, let's see. Get my rig rigged.
You know, if your kids are old enough to cast a reasonable distance, it's a great way to fish with kids because it's so fast. You know, they don't lose interest in it.
When the kids were growing up, that's the thing they wanted to do is chase the birds. Well, we were just fishing under the birds and popping the carts, and sometimes you'll get your bait moving so fast with a cork on it that you have a hard time hooking them, and sometimes I just stop it for a minute and they'll come around and hit it. And but I really like to fish jerk baits for trout. I fish a long A a lot, and sometimes that's all I'll throw all day long. And a lot of times I'll outfish people with jigs, or like this past weekend, my wife was using live shrimp under a cork and I was using a long A, and we probably caught the same amount, which you would think the live shrimp would catch more. But so I like to do that. Trout, big trout, good sized chunky trout are just kind of different, and I love to feel that head shake. You down on this double. That's my problem.
Yeah, you got your skirt pulled down. Look at that, boy. That one didn't miss that bait. That one got all of it. You know, it's one of my favorite features of the catcher's mitt, Mark, is having those pliers right there, ready all the time.
That's the trick. Always ready for you. Good old braid. That's one thing when we were upgrading the pliers on the catcher's mitt. Said, gotta be able to cut braid.
And they do, boy, they go through it like butter.
Because I mean, more and more people are going to braid.
That's all I fish now, bait casters, spinning reels. You add that 1/4 ounce or 1/8 ounce jig head underneath that, and you can sling it a mile.
Yeah, that's one secret to fishing the birds, is being able to cast a long way. And the beach too, you know, a lot of times you can't get right up on the beach. And a lot of times in the morning, those big trout will be on the beach.
Yep.
And if you can't get your bait up on almost on the beach, you're not gonna get a bit.
Well, you know, that's one of the mistakes a lot of people make whenever they're running around chasing these birds. They'll run their boat right up into them.
Oh yeah.
You want to stop about 100, 150 yards off and either drift in or come in on your trolling motor, because those trout are busy feeding, but they'll still spook and they'll scatter, and then it's over with.
Oh yeah, you gotta go find another bunch.
All right, let's go hit another group. Now, Mark, catcher's mitt, y'all are out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana company, right?
We are that.
But you weren't born in Baton Rouge. You were telling me you a little further west is where you come from, right?
Yeah, I was born in Eunice, and my dad worked construction, that built kilns, and so we moved around and started school in Lafayette, went to Eunice for a few years, and then moved to Alexandria and graduated from there. One of the things I invented was for inshore fishing, speckled trout especially. When you get in them hot and heavy, they're coming in the boat real fast, and you got hooks and teeth and slime going everywhere, and the catcher's mitt allows you to get a good grip on them, get them unhooked, get them in the box, and get your bait back out there real quick.
The tail always points down. That means your hook needs to come out the top of the bait. Start the hook in the front right there. Come down about 1/3 of the way. Turn it up, bring it out, push it forward. Now that bait's gonna swim properly. Don't worry about waiting on me. Even if you outfish me, I'm still gonna give you a ride back to the dock today.
You under, huh?
Yeah, I was. I was picking on you, not paying attention. That's what I get.
Look, I gotta watch your carp and my carp.
I guess so.
I know how you are.
Everybody needs a little help.
We used to go to Grand Isle, a bunch of families, and for about 5 years we went, and we're going again now that all the boys are older, and I'm real excited about it. But we go out and fish the beach, and one year we were doing it, coming back in, we had just a few trout, and we was coming back in the pass, and there was a whole bunch of birds working. We sat there and limited. And it took us so long to catch them because we had 4 people in the boat that one of my sons had to stop me to sandwich. They were thick.
You know, people don't realize whenever you get on these feeding trout, it can happen like that. 25 fish per person, you can knock that out in no time. I had a 12-year-old boy on my charter this morning. It's his birthday today. I think he made 10 casts, 10 fish in a row.
You can't beat that. I love it when that happens.
Man, I'm gonna have to steal your color or something. You out fishing me
You have
here.
to tighten up, son.
There he is. See, all I had to do was talk about it.
There you go.
I think mine's bigger than yours.
Well, it ain't gonna have to be very big. It's about 11. Yep.
You know, the features coming on these boats nowadays, I know on the way out, or whenever we got stopped, you were talking about you had a 24-volt trolling motor and it was hard to keep up with the birds, but the spot lock on that new Minn Kota Altera iPilot, just hit a button. We're right here within 3 feet of where I hit that button, and it'll sit here and hold you all day long.
I think I'm getting one for Father's Day.
Are you
It's a
buying them or are they
secret.
buying them? Just don't tell your wife, huh?
Building a new home? Build it with brick and roofing from Southern Building Supply. Come see our showroom on County Farm Road in Gulfport. We have a wide range of brick in the most popular styles and colors, and our selection of high-quality shingles can add years to the life of your new roof. Southern Building Supply offers on-site delivery of your new brick and rooftop delivery of your new shingles. We're the only locally owned roofing and brick company. Call us today, 228-539-8380. Southern Building Supply.
I'm Shaw Grigsby, and this is my office. A sensational light tackle series saltwater boat from Triton. Whether you're sneaking up on monster reds in skinny water, fishing a tournament in a coastal bay or river, or headed for light offshore action for the trophy of your dreams, no other boat fishes, performs, and fuels your angling passion like a genuine Triton LTS. See them today at a nearby Triton dealer and at TritonBoats.com.
For over 80 years, serious anglers have depended on Penn. You can too. When you get that bite of a lifetime, be confident knowing that Penn is with you. Penn, let the battle begin.
Just like money in your pocket, that's Super Pawn. When you trade with us, you always get our best. Super deals are why, whether you sell or buy. We cash checks, we pay bills, we make loans like no one will, and help you keep your pockets filled. Just like money in your pocket, that's Super Pawn.
Come on down to the Silver Slipper.
Hi, this is John from the Silver Slipper, where the casino action is always lively and fun. Now, you already know that we're passionate about our food, and I'm sure you'll be able to find your favorite table game in the newest slot games available whenever you visit us. So now we're happy to introduce our beautiful new beachside hotel with 129 spacious rooms and suites. So for great fun, food, and awesome views, come on down to the Silver Slipper.
Have a good time at the Silver Slipper.
Brought to you by Dad's Super Pawn.
Today, we're talking about making your life more enjoyable on the water. And not only your life, everybody else's. One of the biggest headaches in boating is getting to the launch and not being able to get in or get out in a timely manner. One of the things that happens that causes congestion at the boat launch is parking in the wrong spot with your boat while you're going to get your truck or while you're waiting on your buddy to go get your truck. Don't pull in the actual back down ramp, tie up, and walk to get your boat. Every harbor or launch around is going to have either slips or a pier off to the side. If there aren't any slips, no pier available, tie up on the outside of the back down ramp. That way, while you're off doing whatever you've got to do, getting your truck, dealing with all that, the other people that are trying to get in and out can still back in, get their boat. Who knows, there may be 2 or 3 boats go in or out of the water in the time that it takes you to walk to your truck. It's going to cut down on confusion, it's going to cut down on headache, and no anxiety at the boat launch.
We were on Fouchon Beach Friday morning, and we pulled up to a spot and we was trolling up to it. Libby was casting a double rig, which she usually likes to fish live bait only. We had shrimp, and she caught 2. Keepers, threw them in the boat. I kept going. I started throwing the long A. She switched to shrimp, and it was on almost every cast.
Shrimp bouncing out of the water right here.
Fishing the birds is always a lot of fun. It's fast and furious, and you can catch a lot of fish in a short amount of time. Everybody, your kids are catching them, they're having fun, and you're jumping around a lot. It keeps you kind of cool in the summer, in the hot summer, because you're moving around so much. That's a big flock over there.
Yeah, it is. Let's go hit that one.
All right.
At least it didn't get windy on us today. You know, trout fishing can be an extremely fast and furious sport. And besides the bonus of not having to wash your hands 200 times a day with the catcher's mitt, keeps all the slime off of you. It's a lot of bad things going around out there. There's always been bacteria and everything in the water. Nowadays you hear more about the Vibrio infection and all that, and anything that you can do to cut down nicks, scrapes, or any type of penetration from anything outside into your skin and your body is going to make it safer for you on the water as well. Got that one. Little guy. Yours any better?
I don't think so. Oh.
This is a trout, he's a better fish.
That one I missed, it felt a little better.
Oh yeah, here we go. You can get them on you. There we go. That's what we're looking for. There we go, that's perfect eating size right there. That's what we want. Whenever our shrimp start coming out in the spring or even late spring, that's whenever this starts. You've got trout feeding on the shrimp from the bottom, they push them to the top, the birds start picking them off from the top. It'll last into early summer, then what you're gonna see is you're gonna see the glass minnows show up. Then you're gonna see big flocks of birds spread out all over the place. Once that happens, I kinda like to quit fishing them because you've got big groups spread out over a vast area. It's not like today. Whenever you find those tight, confined groups of birds really dive bombing, that's where you're gonna be successful with catching trout under the birds.
You fishing deeper?
I don't think this one's gonna get the ride.
Good.
He definitely ain't gonna get the ride. All right, y'all, we're gonna keep rolling around out here. Y'all stick around, we'll be right back.
Come on down to the Silver Slipper.
Hi, this is John from the Silver Slipper, where the casino action is always lively and fun. Now, you already know that we're passionate about our food, and I'm sure you'll be able to find your favorite table game in the newest slot games available whenever you visit us. So now we're happy to introduce our beautiful new beachside hotel with 129 spacious rooms and suites. So for great fun, food, and awesome views, come on down to the Silver Slipper.
Have a good time at the Silver Slipper.
Hey, I'm Captain Ronnie Daniels with Fisherman's Guide. Today we're here at Cedar Swamp. This is a store that carries what catches fish. For your next outing, freshwater, saltwater, inshore or offshore, Cedar Swamp's got the gear that works.
Everyone knows that fishing is fun, but catching is even better at Island Marina.
Island Marina is home to some of the best inshore fishing anywhere. Island Marina is the first-class, full-service marina and boat yard.
Come on over and you see why everyone knows that fishing is fun, but catching is even better at Island Marina.
That might be a keeper.
Yeah, there you go. We got a check-it stick right there behind you. Take some home to eat. Get a couple for Chef Corey to cook up.
Today's recipe is brought to you by Sea Mule Fishing Carts.
Hey guys, Chef Corey Hudson here again with Hook Gulf Coast Cuisine. Today we're cooking one of my favorite dishes. It's a blackened trout pasta. Nothing like fresh speckled trout over a bed of pasta. The ingredients that you need for this dish are 1 speckled trout fillet, 2 ounces of blackening seasoning, 1/4 poblano pepper thinly sliced, a half a yellow onion thinly sliced, 1 cup of seafood stock, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, 4 ounces peeled and cleaned crawfish tails, 1 ounce of white flour, 1 tablespoon of butter, 4 ounces of cooked angel hair pasta. To start this dish, we need a saute pan and a drizzle of olive oil on medium-high heat. Once the oil is hot, add the onions and the poblano pepper and saute for about 4 minutes. Then add the flour and the seasoning. Saute for another minute to make sure your flour is all mixed in well. Then add the seafood stock. Now this will need to simmer for a few minutes just to thicken a bit. Then add the crawfish tails and the heavy cream and the cooked pasta and toss a few times. And now all we got to do is blacken the speckled trout, blacken in seasoning, butter, and the fish. That's all there is to it. You need a cast iron skillet, make sure it's really hot. It only takes about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, depending on how thick the trout is that you caught. Pour into a bowl and top it with this blackened trout, and man, I tell you, it really doesn't get much better than that.
We're now in a 2017 Triton 260 LTS, and let me tell you what, this baby is loaded out with all the good stuff to make my life easy. Minn Kota iPilot Ultera, auto deploy trolling motor, 10-foot Minn Kota Talon. Raymarine has outfitted the entire boat with top-of-the-line electronics that are simply superior. We got two 12-inch units, quantum radar, live weather through Sirius. It's all here. One of the biggest battles we fight with fishing every day is keeping the boat spotless. Whenever we got the new Triton, I'd heard about a product called Ceramic Pro. So I called Rob DuPont, the owner of Dipnotic in Homer, Louisiana, to find out more. We set up a time, dropped the boat off, and they coated it top to bottom. Fabric and gel coat is now stainless. You know, today is a prime example of what can happen while you're on the water. Whenever I came in around 1 o'clock, it was flat as glass out there. By the time we headed out, it had gotten a little choppy. By the time we came back in, it was downright rough. There was one little rainstorm over a spot where I wanted to fish, and that continued to grow. One of the most important things you can do whenever you're going out on the water is check your forecast and pay attention to your surroundings. Just because they said it was going to be clear and calm this afternoon doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way. You get stuck out there in a squall, it can be a scary ordeal at the very least. At the very worst, we don't even want to talk about that. Y'all just make sure you stay safe while you're out there on the water.
He wasn't pulling, he was floundering.
The water's so rough, he didn't know which way to go. We got a little mold in him. Whoop.
Yours might go, mine won't.
Mine will go. We're gonna leave him in the bottom of the boat for a second.
In the Gulf of Mexico and on the coast of Mississippi and Louisiana, in the afternoons you get these pop-up storms because of all the moisture, and sometimes they just fizzle right out, and sometimes they grow into big thunderheads and get really scary.
Mark, hey, it wasn't very long, but it was fun.
A lot of fun.
Made a nice little box of fish, caught a lot of fish. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Safety is the key thing whenever you're on the water. You can see over my shoulder, we got a big storm rolling in. I'm watching it on the Raymarine here. We got lightning within 10 or 12 miles. You don't ever want to play with that. It's just a fish. They'll be there tomorrow. Get home, get safe. We'll see y'all next week.
The Fisherman's Guide is brought to you by Silver Slipper Casino, Dad's Super Pawn, Abu Garcia, Berkeley and Penn, Oddball Tackle, Salt Life Optics, Southern Building Supply, Sea Mule Fishing Carts, Catcher's Mitt, Sea to Swamp, Island Marina, Hook Gulf Coast Cuisine, Ocean Marine Group, Parker Poles, Sport Trail Trailers, and Advanced Marine.